Anyone who has owned a PlayStation, played a PlayStation, known of a PlayStation, one way or another, you have heard or played Metal Gear Solid and know the franchise behind it. Um, Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis appeared in Metal Gear Solid in 1998, and it was produced by Konami. Now, Psycho Mantis is kind of funny because he's one of the boss villains you fight, and he just so happens to control your, not control your mind, read your mind. So when you first meet him, there's this huge dialogue on how he says he knows everything about Snake, and that somehow he can read what you've been playing. So, Castlevania and other Konami games. But the thing of it is, if you haven't played in the Konami games, especially the ones that he, says, he won't read it. Which is kind of funny because there's a video on YouTube, which I'll find and put the link below, where this YouTuber dissects every possible dialogue that Psycho Mantis may, say. Oh, you're very, reckless. You don't mind. You don't watch out for traps. Or you're very diligent. You're very cautious, which is why you watch out for traps. Which things of that nature. If you haven't played like Symphony of the Night, things of that nature, then so I'll put the link below. It's kind of funny because if you haven't played any Konami games and you played Capcom versus Marvel or Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, he's not gonna recognize that. So that's kind of interesting. What if you didn't play any Konami games, period? Well, what's the option to that? You probably go, who knows? Another thing about Psycho Mantis is that he is kind of weird. He has a striking, similar resemblance to Hunk from Resident Evil, which is kind of scary. I did bring it up to two of my friends who are both RE fans, and of course they know about Metal Gear and things like that. I brought it up to them and they go like, yeah, no joke, it strikingly resembles. So who ripped off who, or who got inspiration from who? Because in, what was it? In Resident Evil Survivor, you hear howls from the wolves or the dogs, which just so happens to be the same howls used in Konami's Symphony of Night with the wolves. So obviously they're trading off, who was talking to who was working with who. It makes you think. But yeah. Does anyone happen to have Metal Gear Solid and have faced off with Psycho Mantis without playing any other Konami games? Let me know. If so, was Psycho Mantis able to detect those games, or he just didn't really care about them? Did he recognize them or just didn't care? So let me know. That's something I would like to know.